Plaintiff Wilma Dragoo says she loves her sister, but she's tired of being used and betrayed by her. Wilma claims her sister was severely addicted to drugs until Wilma and her parents rescued her from her destructive lifestyle. Wilma's suing her today for unpaid loans and stolen property. Defendant Hope Donnelly admits she was addicted to cocaine and says she's basically tried every drug under the sun. Hope says she lost 175 pounds due to her addiction, and despite the fact that she's been clean for 2 years, she still struggles with it every day. And that's why it's been difficult to repay Wilma.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Tell me what happened.
Well, Your Honor, I'm here today because I obviously love my sister and want the best for her.
And this is the way you show it.
Yeah.
Tough
but
love is
I'm
probably
here today
what you're
because
saying. All right.
I'm tired of being used and betrayed by my sister. She continues to make mistake after mistake, bad decision after bad decision. And I've been there for her the whole time, and it's about time I just take a back step.
Give me some examples of how it has hurt you.
Well, I've actually had to take off work or call and say I'll be late because I'm actually hunting her down to make sure she's in the right place. Or
right place as in what?
Right place as in where she's I'm 24.
How old is she?
23.
You have guardianship over her?
No, but she does have a previous.
Is she mentally? No, I don't mean to be
I had drug
funny.
problems.
Are you disabled?
I had drug problems, and she's. I understand how she's saying that she wants to make sure I'm on the right track, and I'm working toward it. But it can't just happen overnight. I'm trying.
Tell her there's nothing she can do.
I mean, she's there for me.
Let her know there's nothing she can do to stop you.
She knows there's nothing
I
can do that she can do.
Right. So
and I've tried to do everything.
Right.
And I found out I can't do it. She has to do it.
I'm telling you, I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to help a drug addict until they are ready to get off drugs and go through the process themselves. You can chase them down, you can beg, you can cry, you can do whatever you want to do, and none of that is going to work. She has to say to herself, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm not going to do it anymore, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop. Until she says that, you're wasting your time. She's probably playing you like a sucker.
I found that out the hard way. But the worst part about it was the addictions and watching her go through the withdrawals, and she didn't want to go through rehab.
What type of drug?
I was on cocaine, marijuana. I tried heroin a couple times. You name it, I did it.
Which one were you addicted to?
I was addicted severely to cocaine. I
go through no withdrawals with cocaine. She tricked you again.
Well,
that was a con there. Oh, give me some money for crack. I'm in so much pain. Oh, I'm going through withdrawal.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go through that. You do that with heroin. You go through the DTs with alcohol. Anything else, you just sit there and scratch and hope you're going to get you a hit. You scratching now. What was that?
No, I was pulling my pants up. They got in my feet.
I saw it too.
I seriously never used any money she's ever given me. Has never went to drugs. Not one dime.
All right, but
and I've been clean for almost 2 years.
Tell the truth. There's no withdrawal, no physical withdrawal. No, it was the wanting of it.
The wanting of it. And I deal with it on a daily basis. I deal with the struggle. I've been clean for 2 years, and it's hard.
Have you been clean for 2 years?
I have been clean for 2 years. And it's really hard.
Yeah.
People don't understand how the addiction is, and it's not just, you can't just quit it on any day. You have to deal with it on a daily basis. It's not as easy as people think it is.
Absolutely.
And I know she's been there for me, and I love her to death for it. And I love my sister. There's no doubt. But, I do have to step up, and I have stepped up. I have a job. I'm trying to support myself. I'm trying to help my parents with their bills. And it's difficult. And at times it's like, I want to go back to it, but I know what situation it put me in. And it was just going to set me back 10 steps further.
Go ahead.
Well, like she was saying, after high school, she moved to Florida with one of our relatives. She didn't know what she wanted to do, so she went down there for a while. We were talking on Instant Messenger one day. It was probably about 2 years after she moved there. She sent me this picture, which absolutely did not look like my sister. Totally different. It wasn't this little chubby girl anymore that I knew as my sister. It was this little anorexic girl with cheekbones poking out, and I just knew something was up. And I do have pictures here.
I moved down to Florida weighing over 300 pounds. I moved back at 125 pounds.
Yeah. So I knew something was up.
It was a big difference.
All right.
And at that point, she had asked to come home. And I told her, yes, I'll come get you. But she goes, I don't get my paycheck for a couple days. Can you bring me some money? So I went to MoneyGram, sent the money, and she did pay me back 2 days after she got home because her check had deposited. So I figured, okay, she's starting good. Well, and then my biggest fear was I had to go get her because I was starting to get nightmares. I'd have to go to Florida to identify my sister. And my parents can't do that. And I can't imagine doing that. So because of the weight loss and just all the things that she admitted to me over the phone, we went and got her.
No, we did not go get her. My mom and my dad came and got me.
I did. I had strep throat at the time, but I didn't tell her because I was going to go get her whether I was sick or not. So I did ask my mom.
Whatever the case, she's caused you a lot of pain.
Oh,
and
a lot.
You tried to be there for her, and here she's in here denying what you've done for her. Whatever. If she didn't do that, she's done everything else for you. Go ahead.
But I got people to go get her. So then in 2006, the year she came home, it was in the fall, I really stepped up to help her with the addiction. I wanted to get her back to who she was. So I was there for her. The whole family was there for her. And we stood up for her. We stopped the rumors in the family. And so then and that's when I started driving around because I couldn't really trust her yet. I started driving around making sure she was where she said she was going to be and not somewhere else getting high. And so then she came to me in December and said, I applied at a college and I got in, but I need help. And I'm thinking, oh, great. What kind of help now? You know, I've given you all my energy. And then she goes, no, I need some money. I go, well, I can loan you some money, but being 6 months away from my wedding, I have to have it back immediately. And she agreed. So I put her tuition on my credit card, along with all her books and supplies that she needed.
Financial aid never came into discussion?
She told me her grant didn't go through yet.
When I applied to get into the
too
school,
late.
it was like a week ahead of time, and I wanted to get into school,
All right.
and financial aid did not have time to get through.
Go ahead.
So I went ahead, put it on my credit card and said, hey, you have to pay me back soon. I need this money for my wedding. So then I have credit card statements of the charges that I made on my card for her.
And what was the agreement? She would pay it when? Within 6 months?
When she got her grant money, she would
be
pay it
how long?
immediately.
Estimate? Yeah, you can't
Just
count
a month
on
or
that.
two. She should have had that money.
No, it wasn't no month or two. If she had just applied a few weeks earlier, it was going to be 3 to 6 months. What happened ultimately?
Well, and then I couldn't pay my bill off. I kept getting late payments. So I actually had to look toward my fiance to get the money.
But with regard to her repaying you, what happened?
Nothing.
She's never repaid you a dime?
Not one dime.
Of the loan? What about stolen money you're suing for? I got the loan. What about stolen money?
That she called me and asked if she could use my credit card to go see her boyfriend in Kentucky or Tennessee. I don't remember which one. And I told her no, that credit cards for my parents because I did pay my parents' bills while I lived at home. And I left it there for emergencies.
She stole the money from where?
She took the card and she swiped it. And I told her not to, and
How
she
much?
went to $5. It was about $150.
Okay. Ma'am, what do you say? She says she loaned you money and for school. In addition to that, you used her credit card without authorization.
I did, Your Honor. I made bad decisions in my life. I'm trying to get on straight. I have a job. I'm working.
I've heard the sob story, ma'am. Tell me about this.
I'm trying to repay her. I did with the school. I do owe her the money for the school. I do. The credit card. I had the same credit card. My credit card didn't have a limit of that much, and I asked her if I could use it for a rent-a-car, so if she could do it. We had the same exact credit card, the same color, and her last name was Domley, just like mine was. And I seen the last name Domley. The card's like half worn out, and mine is too. So they were together in the same exact place, so I would not spend it.
Again.
No, seriously, I'm not.
And I did have to file a fraud investigation on my card. And I had to get a whole new card.
Did she come to you at any point and say, I used the wrong credit card. Let's look into that.
No, she never admits
You had to bust her, right?
But I had the same card and I was using the exact same, my card. And I didn't know until she brought it up to me. I looked at my bill and seen that I didn't have all my charges from the gas stations I stopped at.
Okay,
and when I did do
the
that,
bill has the same first and last name on it, huh?
No, it didn't have the same first and last name.
I know it didn't.
But yet
that's why I know you
checked
smoking
online.
again, because that's not how it goes. $2,750. Ma'am, I'm going to order you for drug analysis, and if it comes up that you still have drugs in your system, I'm ordering you to inpatient counseling for a minimum of 90 days. Sounds like you're gonna need it, ma'am. You still in here telling this lie about you picked up her card accidentally.
I seriously did,
because
Your
you all
Honor.
have the same last name. What about the first name? Have a good day.
I believe that maybe we'll become closer. We used to, I mean, before we were like close knit and we got pulled apart, and maybe this will actually help.
I think we still have a lot of work to do, but we're on stepping stones. We're at step one. We're starting to regain our friendship again.